universe from Zarkon and his Gara army, and that's kind of where it all begins. And where we last left off of season 2, if y'all have already seen season 2, then you know that Zarkon ends up damaged, ends up injured. They bring in Lotor. Shiro disappears, he vanishes, and they're on a dinner trail. You see, every single time with Voltron, they always end on a cliffhanger. I hate how they do that. Every single season is a cliffhanger. I just hate that about it. But hey, they're trying to keep you sucked in with the suspense until the next season. But this new season is possibly my favorite of the 3 so far.
I mean, that's only 7 episodes.
Only 7 episodes, but he gets a lot done with those 7 episodes. And it establishes a lot. I mean, Lotor's he's got a group of minions with him, and yes, these minions do remind me a lot. People have pointed out that one of them kind of resembles Ty Lee from Avatar, and the other one kind of resembles Azula a little bit. And I would not put that past them, considering that this is Studio Mirror's doing the new series. I do not put that past them at all. That they would sneak in some kind of a
right. That of course is the series, the animated. I've talked to everyone in the Korra.
I will not put that past them at all. To sneak that in there. And a lot of people behind it, like Colin Heck and Kim Heydrich, they're all doing, Voltron. That they were worked a lot on Korra. And they're now doing work on Voltron, so of course there's Avatar all over this. Even the animation style. I mean, you can look at Lance and then look at Sokka, and you can see that characters look kind of similar. And anything you want to say about it? The 3rd season.
The 3rd season. Well, we haven't said a lot about the 3rd season. Actually, I think we were stuck kind of on the 2nd. So let's talk about what actually happens in the 3rd season. I mean, a lot of stuff. Let's just try to get the bases.
Well, they end up switching lines, and here's why. It's because, they need to find a new paladin, because, like I said, Shiro's gone missing. So then the paladin that takes over the Black Line is Keith. He ends up being the leader, which is a callback to his original line in the 80s series. Keith actually was the lead of the old Voltron. And the new Voltron, the lead is initially Shiro, and I think they did it because he's supposed to be older. He's supposed to be he's more of an adult figure than the other paladins. So I can see that's why they made him the leader in the new series for the first 2 seasons. But now it's Keith who's the leader, and Lance is now taking over the Red Line. There's actually a scene where he's trying to get into the Blue Line, and the Blue Line's locked him out. But it turns out the Red Line is calling him. The Red Line is calling him to fly it. The Blue Line ends up being flown. This is where we have get our new paladin. Our new paladin is now Allura, who actually was
and this happened in the original series too. This is mirroring the original series, except it's a little different. The original series, Finn only got injured. Mm-hmm. And was temporarily replaced by Allura. In this version, Shiro goes missing and is replaced essentially by Allura.
Yes, but the difference is they end up shaking up the whole lineup with the lines. I think I think they do that because they're paralleling the old series, like I said.
Yeah, and it's a great throwback too. It is.
It's a great throwback. I always found that funny how their uniforms didn't match their lines, except for Hunk and Pids. They're the only 2 that actually had their suits matching their lines the whole time.
Now, before we talk about how the season ends, we should also mention that there is one more really big throwback to the original, right? Remember that? Let's talk about that.
Well, we want to mention Sven. Yeah, he's actually in the series.
Yeah,
he's in it.
Yeah, they did a weird alternate universe thing. I don't know if it's technically supposed to be the original Voltron. I don't know if that means that this is now connected to the original, and is it does it try to remake, but it's sort of a sequel in a weird alternate universe, like kind of like with what they do with Star Trek or with the current Ninja Turtles and Turtles Forever, how they kind of combine the universe together and make them like alternate
there's an
universe.
episode where it shows him with an alternate version of Slav. You'll probably remember him from season 2. Yeah, they had an alternate universe version of him too, and he even gets injured. This Finn gets injured, and that's what he says. They say, "Take me to the space hospital." That's exactly what happens in the old series. It's like mirrored there, like almost word for word, almost not exactly, but.
And yeah, and the alternate Sloth and Sven end up helping them, and yeah, it's a great thing about the original show. This show is full of tons of that. I mean, if you're a fan of the original, as long as you understand that this is kind of supposed to be different, I think you would be pleased with the show. Of course, I don't know why I'm telling you this. If you haven't seen the show, you already stopped watching this video because I said don't watch it because there's spoilers. So I don't know why I felt the need to say that. Let's just talk about the end. Never mind.
Well, season 3 ends with the kind of a cliffhanger again.
Right.
As always, but it ends basically like they're basically trying to stop Lotor because he's opened up this like I said, like the alternate universe portal. It's full of something they call quintessence. It's kind of like or quintessence. I think I'm saying it right. It's kind of like the force or something of this universe, like. But it can also be dangerous, like. It corrupted Hagar, this Zarkon space witch, who actually is an Altaian from another dimension. So I guess that goes my theory about her being Allura's mother. I guess that's out the window. But hey, it's fun. But of course we discovered that they're actually a couple. Zarkon and Hagar are actually a couple. Hagar became obsessed with the portal and with the quintessence and studying it and everything. That she kind of corrupted her, and it ended up corrupting Zarkon, and Allura's father, Prince Alfor, ends up thinking that they're dead because they think that it eventually killed them. So they kind of put Zarkon and Hagar kind of in a place to rest while they prepare like a ceremony because, like I said, Alfor thought that they died, but they did not. And in order to stop the portal, he had to end up destroying the home planet of Zarkon. And that, I mean, I'd be pissed if I woke up and all of a sudden my planet was destroyed. So he does the same thing to Altea, and that's kind of where, Zarkon's backstory ended up coming from. And that's why he's so intent on, conquering the universe and everything. And that's why. And honestly, I think that. I feel kind of bad for him. I mean, I end up feeling some sympathy for him. I mean, I never thought I would, but I felt bad for him because it kind of all started because he wanted to support the woman he cared about, really. But anyway, Lotor is going off to find more of this quintessence. He's trying to obtain the purest of it, and I think that he believes he'll be unstoppable with it, and of course this is putting Team Voltron in a bind. They don't know exactly what to do, so I guess we'll find out come October when the 4th season arrives. Anything else you want to say about it?
No, I guess that's it. So now we're actually going to react to the season 4 trailer. We haven't seen it yet, so this is the blind reaction.
Razzle dazzle.
Okay, so not a whole
Cool.
lot shown, but it's pretty cool.
Not a lot was shown, but that's still
I mean,
cool.
do you have any extra thoughts you want to add based on that, or any predictions based on that? On what's
It doesn't
happening next?
really. It doesn't really show a lot. I mean, stuff we kind of know about already. Basically, we know this is going to be happening. There's no hint at anything new coming from that. But I would like to mention a theory I do have about. I believe in Voltron that Lotor might be trying to form his own Voltron. Like he might want to build his own, anti-Voltron to combat Voltron. Because I don't know if anyone knows about this, but there was a special in the 80s where Lotor builds his own Voltron, calls it Lotron because puns. He calls it Voltron. He builds it out of robotic robeasts. And then, these robots have their own sentient mind and everything. They just form together, but his ship actually formed the head. My theory is he's going to try to build new robots that are going to be mech-like, and they're going to be piloted by his minions, and they're all going to form Voltron. And they're going to, do that to kind of give, the true Voltron a run for its money. And I think that would be a great antagonist, and it would be a great just way to introduce the more peril to the show, and something to get into their way, basically. You have anything to say about that?
And do we forget to mention that the Shiro does come back before the end of the season? Well,
yeah,
supposedly, but some people
unquote.
think that he might have really been a clone. That he might really be a clone, but he doesn't know it though. He has off Shiro's memories because there's a flashback you see where it looks like they're experimenting on him because he gets captured.
Yeah.
After he gets missing, he's captured by the bad guys.
Talks about having a headache too, which might also be like a wink to the audience. Like that's why he's having the headache because they messed with them. I mean, he could end up. I mean, the real Shiro could end up showing up, and that's just gonna cause some chaos. I mean, for the team, they could end up having a standoff, and I can even see him making the real Shiro doubt himself, and they don't like leaving this poor man alone, do they? He's been through a lot. He gets constantly he's constantly been like experimented on and captured, and he just hasn't had a break. I feel bad for this guy.
Yeah, I guess that pretty much wraps up our video, though. Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comment section what you think about Voltron Legendary Defender. If you agree, disagree, comment, like, dislike, subscribe, and whatever if you like to. And what are some of your favorite cartoon reboots that have happened recently besides Voltron? If you like Voltron, I mean, I just reviewed the new DuckTales and I like it so far too. So let us know what some of your favorite and least favorite reboots are that are currently out. And with that being said, thank you for watching. Have a good night, everybody.